Hey all my movie maniacs, Mark the Movie Man here, and Randy Lee Beasley is at it again. Yes, we've featured his projects in the past year on the channel, and he's got a new feature film called Detect Evil, which he wrote and directed and is a star in, where we get the story about a detective who is caught between heaven and hell, and we soon find out that he is actually tasked with taking care of both and making sure evil doesn't escape and maintaining that balance and protecting the earth. And we see how that all comes about, and as his memories are revealed about his work in protecting the earth from the evils of hell, and we see how all that is revealed here in Detect Evil. Randy Lee Beasley has established the Beasley Cinematic Universe, as I like to call it, or the BCU. This film is set within the same world of many of his other films, and I like that. There's a few references and nods to his previous work, and I think it's really cool that he does that, especially since I think it also works because he is shooting it all within the same town and a similar locations, so that helps in selling it. Now, as far as the story goes for Detect Evil, I dug this story, the interesting story about this detective, and you can see some comic book influences in here with, along that line. It's kind of like Lucifer or, Constantine, kind of along that lines. Not in a bad way. You can see those influences in here, but Randy definitely trying to make it his own. Now, acting, just like in the others, is fair in here. Some stronger performances than the others. I did like Darren Marlar again in here as Metatron. He was rather humorous, and he helped give a connection between this and one of Randy Lee Beasley's previous films. Now, special effects in here, there's some really good ones in here. I kind of liked when he went down to hell and how that looked, and a few of them looked cheesy, and then a few of them looked really decent. So it's an interesting mix in there. Again, we're working on micro-budget stuff here, so production value is not going to go high, and if you got a choice between making that flame effect look really good or feeding your crew, you're going to feed your crew. So you got to put that in perspective. Though I wish you kind of would have picked a few different props or maybe dolled them up a little bit. But there too, there's a little bit of a humor in here, a little bit of tongue-in-cheek going on as well, I felt, in some of the scenes. Overall, though, Detect Evil, if you're a fan of Randy Lee Beasley's other work, you're going to get a kick out of this one. I enjoyed it. After the first few minutes of the opening, too, of this film, it kind of took a little bit to figure out exactly what is, going on. You kind of just jump start right in the middle of it, and so it took a little bit to get in the groove of it. But after that, I got into it. I think it's one of his better edited films, especially the way the dialogue's delivered. It's done a lot quicker. It's more tightly edited in this, and more thought out. And it's fun watching Randy Lee Beasley grow as a filmmaker, because each one of his products I see getting a little bit better and better each time. So yeah, check it out if you're a fan of his other work or looking for an interesting micro-budget film. Again, production value is not going to be high, but there is a lot of passion in this film, and the story I think you'll find interesting. And that'll about do it for us here at The Final Cut. Please subscribe down below if you haven't already. I appreciate every single one of you out there, and until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.